Barking 0, Woodford 2. Here with manager Craig Edwards. Craig, in another big game, a disappointing performance where I thought we were second best in pretty much every area.
I don't know. I thought we started well. First 15, I thought we controlled it pretty well. We we had sort of several, I wouldn't say clear-cut chances, but openings where balls ain't really bounced for us. But then it became really scrappy and bitty. Half time, I don't think there was anything between the two teams at all. They've come out and probably been better than us in the second half. We didn't have any. We lost control of the ball. We tried to change it round shape wise. Didn't really work. We didn't get enough on the ball enough. Probably the only area we looked dangerous was set pieces. We won a lot of first balls, and I don't know whether it was a question of just not anticipating and being first on the second ball, or the fact that they defended it very, very well. But it seemed like nothing fell for us at all in the box, which, and there were several sort of like, if you like, goal mouth incidents where it's just run around and if it's just not felt for us. And ironically, they have which I think is not much of a shot really, comes up the keeper and they finish it. It's bounced well for them, but I think we should do better there. And after that, to be fair to them, I thought they controlled the game pretty comfortably. It was 1-0, and we didn't really look like scoring other than, like I say, a set piece, where we weren't getting on the end of any sort of second balls that were bouncing around the box, which was disappointing. We didn't get build up any momentum at all, which was partly down to them as well, that they killed the game very well. I mean, not that it makes any difference in the end, but really disappointed with the 4 minutes added on. I mean, with all the substitutions, all the time wasting, everything else, I'd have expected a lot more than that. But in the end, it was quite irrelevant because they've got the penalty, and no doubt it was a pen. And I think it's probably a little harsh on us 2-0. I think 1-0 they could have argued. Well, not could have argued. They would have been thoroughly correct in saying they deserved the win. But it was disappointing the lack of creation we had today, and the lack of control in the game. But you have to give credit to the opposition, and they probably on the day they're better than us, and that's disappointing. We're having a bad run. Our creative players, I don't think really performed today, really turned up today, and that can happen. You just had a bad day, but no, I think you have to take it's one you have to take on the chin as hard as it is because they deserved it.
Is it a concern for you that, for me, in every game this year, we've looked the team on the attack on the ball, and then today we've turned up, and to me, in attacking areas, our only threat looked like a long ball, or a throwing.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like I say, you've got to give them credit. I mean, our goal scoring, particularly at home, has been phenomenal. So it hasn't gone for us today, and that's partly because we were poor, but they were very good defensively. So it don't always go for you like that, football. And we haven't been at our best creative wise. No, we didn't do well enough today. But like I say, that it's easy to say in hindsight, oh, we were poor or we were that, but I thought defensively they were very, very good. And I can't remember, other than a couple of long throws where perhaps we should have got on the end of and done better. I can't remember us really creating much, and that's the biggest disappointment for me because down here, other than, the Romford game, I think was a one-off, but other than that, we've been sort of phenomenal creating chances, and today we didn't create nearly enough, So yeah, we're having a blip, we're having a bad run of form, but we won't get out of it quitting. We won't get out of it throwing a towel in. We'll get out of it by fighting and having a go again, And still a long way to go. We're in the top 5. You see some worse results than us today, and this can happen in football. But I'm not going to overreact. We'll come again. We've got good players. We're getting players back all the time, and yeah, it's like I say, it's a long way to go. And we're in a far healthier position than we were this time last year.
5 goals conceded in our last 2 home games. Is that an area we need to address?
Not really, because I would have said against Romford for sure, 100%. But today I thought we defended very well.
Mm-hmm.
Thought the centre halves were quality. We changed Selly because we thought he was doing all right, Selly, but the lad over there was causing us a lot of problems, and we thought like Max might be better suited for it, and I think he was up until I thought he'd done a really good job on him up until the penalty, which you can't argue with, but the fella's done well there. But I thought defensively, I thought we were sound. I thought we were good today, and you look at their 2 goals, and they're not what you'd say were defensive errors. Like with the back four, I thought the 2 centre halves were very good. So we'll try and look through the positives of today, not many, and learn from what we should do better against a good side. And sometimes you just got to hold your hands up and say they were better than us on the day. But it's a long way to go, and all we can do is improve.
And now we go on to West Essex next Saturday. It must have been quite a tough run so far this month.
Yeah, it's going to be that'd be another tough game, for different reasons. We went over there last year. The pitch was really poor, and they were very resilient, and we got beat 1-0. So we know it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a different type of game from what we usually play, like particularly at home. So we'll have to have a think about how we're going to go for that, and see the reaction from the boys on Tuesday and Thursday, and who we think get us 3 points on Saturday. But I think we're only a win or 2 away from being back on a run. Got a tough run of games, so it's up to us to pick ourselves up and dust ourselves up and go again, because we can't, in November feel sorry for ourselves. We're in the playoffs, and like I say, we're better off than we were this time last year. We've got to get on a good run. We've got to nip this bad run, and it is a bad run in the bud, But teams have bad runs, and the better teams they pull through it and get on a good run. And I think you see today that we didn't have the same confidence on the ball, the same cutting edge that we've had most of the season at home, and that's how it goes, But like I say, fair play to them. They were very good, I thought, particularly defensively.
One more question. Tyrese wasn't in the squad today.
Yeah.
Is it a case of an injury?
No. Tyrese is like from Thursday before last, so Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday. He's had to miss because he's been doing some work for it's something to do with the Jamaican appeal. He's done a lot of work on that, but he hasn't been able to train. And as I've said to all the boys, I can't look anyone in the eye and and leave them out when they've been they played last week against Glebe at the Tuesday and Thursday session. I can't leave them out for someone who can't get her. Now we had 3 boys that are all potential starters, unavailable in the week. All good reasons, all perfectly legitimate reasons, but I can't overlook the boys that are training. They got to be first choice. So hopefully, he said it's all over. Tyrese, he'll be back Tuesday training and in contention for next Saturday. And as will Abdul and Lekan. Ramal missed out today, which was unfortunate. Ninja was unfortunate to be on the bench today. I thought he's been excellent. And Arthur and Charlie are coming back from injuries. Kingy's coming back from an injury. So they're all going to be stronger. Hopefully we can get a run out from Tuesday. Excuse me. And they'll all be better for that. So you'd like to think that we're not picking up Sam. Sam should be available next Saturday, and I think it was really a game that was crying out for a Sam today. We get that control when he's playing on the ball, and we create perhaps far more than we did today. So yeah. I mean, there's Pat was here today. He's not a million miles away. So we're getting them back. Amadeus, a couple of weeks. Rob, unfortunately, is going to be a lot longer. But yeah, the squad's strong. But there are a couple of areas I think we need to be better, and that's what we'll have to look to do in the next week or so.
Right, cheers, Craig, and on
Cheers,
to
pal.
Saturday.